Hi, and welcome in the first autumn video of this season. As you can see, the weather got a little chillier in Prague, which is an awesome weather to take walks through the city with a little breaks in nice cafes, maybe visiting a few museums. So that's why we decided to show you a little area off the beaten path, just straight off the Prague Castle, where you, for a while, might get a feeling you're not in the big city anymore. And the area we'll be exploring today is called Hradčany and Nový Svět. Hradčany is the youngest out of 4 Prague towns, which was officially recognized as an independent town by Rudolf II at the end of 16th century. It's full of beautiful, amazing palaces, and some of them we're going to show you today. But the first area we're going to take a look at is called Nový Svět, the New World, which was originally built for the people who worked at the Prague Castle and for the noble families that lived nearby. And for a while, I can guarantee you're going to feel like we're not in Prague anymore. First things first, the way we get in here is by hopping on a tram number 22 or 23, which is going to take you to the stop called Pohořelec or Brusnice, from which you're going to walk down to Nový Svět. It's amazing that we're only a few steps from the Prague Castle, and you can have here this almost like countryside-like feel, walking through these beautiful, gorgeous lanes almost completely alone. Because we're right at the edge of the city, you can see here original Baroque fortification wall of Prague, as well as many original street signs that were once all across the city. Also, you can find here the best hidden cafe, hidden only a few steps from the Prague Castle, the only cafe where you can get a really good cup of coffee for a decent price. So, let me show you where it is. So, let's come in. Oh, always love getting a good cup of coffee in here. Anyways, our next stop is one of the most interesting monasteries you can find in the Prague city center called Loretta. On the way to Loretta, you're going to pass Capuchin Monastery with the Church of Our Lady of the Angels, which provides you with an interesting view. More than 30 cannonballs stuck in its walls as a little memory of the worst siege in Prague's history done by Prussians in year 1757. Loretta is a complex of Baroque buildings built in 17th century encircling the Holy House, sitting on a courtyard of this compound, which was built as a copy of the Italian Loretta, which was brought to Europe in 13th century to save it from the Turks from the Holy Land. Nowadays, Loretta is mostly known for 2 things. One of the oldest bell orchestras you can find in Europe from 17th century, sitting in the main tower, and one of the biggest church treasures you can find in our country, a collection of monstrances, out of which the most famous one is called the Prague Sun or Diamond Monstrance, a monstrance which includes 6,222 diamonds. And one fun fact, not a whole lot of people know that, but right in front of this monastery was filmed one of the most famous music videos of a very famous music band called Linkin Park. The song called From the Inside was from a large part filmed in Prague and directly in front of this monastery. Just check it out. Leaving Loretta, you're going to pass by Chernin Palace, incredible large early Baroque palace from 17th century, which nowadays is used as a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But that's not where we're heading right now. We're heading to Strahov Monastery, a monastery with absolutely incredible view over the Prague city center and a very good beer. So, let's take a look. This is Strahov Monastery, the oldest monastery in the Prague city center, dating back to year 1143. There are 3 reasons why you should visit the monastery. First, you can take a look at its incredible, beautiful Baroque library located in this building, which has one of the largest collections of medieval books that you can find in Prague. Or you can treat yourself for a pint of beer in the nearby brewery, which brews some very fine beers, or you can visit incredible view over the Prague city center. That's what we're going to take a look at right now. This is one of the most exceptional views over the Prague city center, especially popular among the morning photographers who come here for taking their sunrise pictures. You can see here everything. You can see here Prague Castle, you can see here Lesser Town, you can see the Old Town Square, everything in one shot. My personal recommendation is to come here during the New Year's Eve. The whole city center is absolutely crazy on New Year's Eve. So for those of you who like to be in a little bit of calmer environment, there's no better place than standing up here watching the fireworks popping above the city center. And from the beautiful viewpoint in front of the Strahov monastery, we're right now heading to our last stop, the Petřín Tower, the highest tower in the Prague city center. This is Petřín Tower, the highest tower in the Prague city center, which was built in year 1891 as a small-scale replica of the Eiffel Tower from Paris. Czech nationalists were so inspired by the Eiffel Tower in Paris that they of course decided to have something similar in Prague, and that's why in year 1891 they finished this tower, and they were very proud of the fact that this is taller than an Eiffel Tower, but of course including the hill underneath. So, Petřín Tower concludes our journey around Nový Svět and Hradčany, and I hope it inspired you to visit some of these places yourself. Don't forget to check the bonus article, links down below the video, where I'm going to share more information about these amazing sites. And also, don't forget to check us out on our socials to get the freshest info about up and coming videos we're preparing for you in weeks to come. So, until the next time, see ya!